What's happening with the Vibes YouTube? It's your boy Motionless coming to you tonight with the Raw Rundown. Just finished watching the show, so as you know, let's get right into it. First off, I want to send shout out to my boy Pat McAfee back on Raw this week. He's been dealing with tremendous loss in his family. His wife's father passed away recently, and that's why Pat's been off TV lately. So I just want to say welcome back to Pat McAfee. Thank you. Condolences to your family. Let's get the show on the road. The first segment of the night, CM Punk comes out. CM Punk comes out, of course. He starts to show off. He gives his flowers to John Cena to start off first. Tells John he wants to lace him up one more time with him. And I would definitely say that a Punk versus Cena match one more time is definitely something we need in this farewell tour. We definitely need Cena versus Punk. We definitely need it for the culture. But before Punk gets too sentimental about Cena, he tells the crowd, let's not do tricks on it. Let's not do tricks on it, Punk. Hilarious. But then Punk basically just started going on about Drew McIntyre, telling Drew, all this is your fault. All actions come with consequences, Drew. And I am your consequences. And that's what Punk said. I am your consequences. And I will be the reason that you would never, ever win another world championship as long as it's air in my body. Basically, just telling Drew all this is his fault and everything. And then he says, he wants Adam Pearce to lift the suspension for Drew. So, they can scrap it out. They can duke it out, man. This is a blood feud. It's been going on for a minute now. Them boys want to scrap. And I don't blame them. Them boys want to throw him. Bro. Them boys want to throw him. So he asked Adam Pearce, can you please lift the suspension on Drew? He asked Adam to come down to the ring, but Adam Pearce doesn't come down the ring. No, we hear Seth Rollins' music. Punk and Rollins, I told you, the feud was reignited, and here it go. They come out there. Seth comes out there, and the hilarious part. So Seth's coming down to the ring. Punk goes to commentary. He gets on the announce table. He be like, "This gonna be a while, so I'm gonna sit right here and give my money's worth." Basically, said Seth takes a long time to get in the ring, cause he do the whole crowd thing. So he's on commentary. Seth gets in the ring, and Seth tells Punk, he's like, "Oh, so now you want to be on the sidelines, Now you want to be on the sidelines. Are you scared to get in the ring? You scared I'm gonna kick your ass?" And then that's when Punk gets in the ring. He tells Seth, like, last time I told you, or you sent another threat my way, it wasn't going to end well, so watch him out. But then, Punk gets in the ring. Him and Seth have a pretty, it wasn't a friendly conversation. I'm not going to say, I'm not y'all niggas in friendly conversation. Seth just want to know, why did Punk put his nose in his business? Then Punk tells Seth, it's not your business that I was putting my nose in. I was putting your nose in my business because this is personal for me. That man is walking around parading my bracelet with my wife and my dog's name on it. It may not mean nothing to you, Seth, but it means the world to me. This is personal with Drew McIntyre. So I'm sorry that you got basically that's what it became. It became CM Punk apologizing to Seth. He was like, I'm sorry that you got caught in the crossfire. I'm sorry that happened. This was just for Drew. But then Punk says, but Seth, it's just cause it's you. That he couldn't just apologize because of who it was. He tells Seth, I just can't apologize because it's you. And then Seth calls Punk selfish. He says, you think the world evolved? You gotta realize that the world doesn't just revolve around CM Punk. There's other people in this world. Everybody in this world have consequences, but you apparently. That's what Seth said. So they go at it. But then Seth says, since you took something from me, I'm going to take something from you. That's just how it works. And Seth said that he's not going to give Punk the chance to get to Drew McIntyre because he's going to kick his ass. He's going to kick his ass first. He says Punk's not going to be in no shape to make it to Drew McIntyre. So my thoughts on that, I'm excited. I don't think we might get a triple threat at SummerSlam, but the end goal, the long term that I'm looking at is for sure Bad Blood. I need that. October 5th, I need Bad Blood. I need these three in a Hell in a Cell match. 5 stars. Drew versus Seth versus Punk. A blood feud in the Hell in a Cell match at the first Bad Blood. Not the first, but like the like coming back of Bad Blood. The first show of it being back. Oh my God. I feel like that would be fire. Maybe even main event where we're going to see. I'm pushing that agenda. Triple H, if you see this, book it. Next, the second segment of the night. It's a mixed tag team match in the main event with Selena Vega, Ray, Dom, and Liv. And Dom was basically talking to Adam Pearce he basically trying to get the match scrapped because he don't want to team with Liv. That's the last thing in the world he wants to do is team with Liv. The only thing he wants to worry about is beating up his father. But he don't want to team with Liv though. And then Liv was the one who got the match. She the one who requested the match. It was Liv's idea. But Adam told Dom that he's not going to squat. He's not going to cancel the match. The match is on. So that will be the main event. We will get there. Definitely will get to the main event because hot ending at the end. Hot. Made the show. First match of the night, Chad Gable versus Jey Uso. Both of them fresh off their Money in the Bank ladder match. Fresh off the Money in the Bank ladder match. They won't separately in the same match. You know, it was beat up. It was a pretty good match. It's Gable and Jay. You know what you're going to get there. But the match really picked up when Chad locked Jay in the ankle lock and it looked like he's about to win the match. As soon as he locked him in the ankle lock, you hear the lights going off. Doo-doo. The wires are coming. The wires are coming. So Chad throws Jay down. He looks around. He turns around. Jay spears Chad. Gets the 1, 2, 3. Jay gets the quick win. And then Jay's looking around because the lights are still dimming. And Jay does a quick yeet and gets the hell out of there. He hauls ass. Jay leaves the ring. Chad wakes up. He rolls out of the ring. Nikki Cross appears. She puts the box on the table again, like she has the last 2 weeks with the VCR, with the VCR tape in it. Finally, Pat's here to grab it because these last two tapes was addressed to Pat McAfee. So finally, Pat's here to accept it himself. It was good to have Pat back on commentary, man. Third segment of the night, Sheamus. Jackie Redmond interviewing Sheamus about his 15-year anniversary. Bronson Reed comes up, disrespects him. We're going to get that match. It's going to be a banger. There's not too much to be said there. But it's interesting. Sheamus challenged to a match, but not tonight because Bronson had a match with Pete Dunne coming up next. But interesting storyline going on right here. And that leads me to the second match of the night, Pete Dunne versus Bronson Reed. Great match. Pete Dunne is severely underrated. I really hope he gets a singles run on the main roster because Pete Dunne is severely overrated. Him and Bronson had a pretty hard-hitting, good match. I'm definitely wanting a singles run, and we might get it. Because, okay, so Bronson wins the match. But then after the match, Bronson tries to continue the assault on Pete Dunne. But Sheamus comes out. Sheamus comes out, runs Bronson off, and Sheamus is hyped. He's amped up. He puts Pete in the headlock like trying to embrace him because, you know, the brawling Bruce. But Pete pushes him off. It's a story here. When Sheamus got hurt, that's when the Brawling Brutes fell apart. That's when Ridge Holland went to NXT. Pete got lost in the shuffle, and Sheamus was on the sideline. I could see where they're going here. Maybe Pete holds some resentment to Sheamus maybe Pete blames Sheamus for the Brawling Brutes falling apart. So if we get a Pete Dunne versus Sheamus rap, chef's kiss, I will be seated for it. So that was good. Like I said, the match with Pete Dunne and Bronson Reed, good match. Bronson gets the win, of course. We move. Fourth segment of the night, we see Priest talking to the Judgment Day. Seth Rollins comes up. Priest tells him that the rest of the Judgment Day, they can go. He got it. He's talking to Seth. Seth tells Priest, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And Saturday at Money in the Bank, Priest, you was really, really lucky. But he said you were just as good. But he tells Priest that you're going to have to be better to be Gunther. And he's a man of his word. He said if he lost, he wouldn't get another world title shot. As long as Priest had the belt, he said that he plans on sticking to his word. But then Priest stops him. Priest says, Seth, you know what? I still feel I have a lot to prove within myself. So after Gunther, I'm throwing out the agreement. After Gunther, when I beat Gunther, if you want another shot at this title, you got it. And I like that. At this point, man, I'm wanting to be mad at Priest beat Gunther. Priest is such a good champion. He's a fighting champion. He wants to prove himself so much that he's willing to throw the claws away and give Seth another shot. They shake on it. So if Priest somehow do beat Gunther at SummerSlam, we can get Priest versus Rollins 2 with no interference. I would definitely be down for that. So then Seth walks away. Damon gets a phone call. He smiles. He picks it up. He said, where you at? We know who this is. I'm not going to say this person's name at all to the end of the video, but we know who this is, and I popped when I heard it. And that wasn't even the last tease. That wasn't even the last tease. So, fifth segment, Sami Zayn comes out. He's talking about his victory over Braun Breaker, Money in the Bank. Braun comes out, they exchange a few words, but it wasn't too many words to be exchanged because when Braun's about to talk, he throws him out, spears the hell out of Sami. Security comes out to break it up. Braun fakes out the security. He points over there. Everybody looks. Braun comes back, sprints across the ring, spears Sami again. Then we see Ilya Dragunov come out to like confront Braun, like they arguing all that. And then we go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Sammy's on the trainer's table getting looked at. Ilya tells Adam that he wants Braun Breaker. Adam makes it official. Weekend Braun Breaker versus Ilya Dragunov later on in the show. This is interesting because I knew this was going to be a two-parter. We got the first match where Sami went over because, like I said, it was meant for Sami to go over, the experience factor, all that. But now, I'm thinking now, maybe at SummerSlam we get a triple threat in the Continental Championship match with Braun, Sami, and Ilya. We could just get Braun and Sami again. I feel like that's when Braun should go over. But a triple threat with Braun, Ilya, and Sami, I would not be mad at it. I would not be mad at it. That would cook. So, like I said, this story is starting to pick up some steam in itself. There's a lot of stories in WWE right now picking up steam. Third match of the night, Awesome Truth and Braun Strowman versus the Judgment Day. Pretty much what you would expect. The face team runs through the heel team the whole match. Up until the end of the match, Strowman and JD run off in a crowd, of course, like they've been doing. And then Finn takes the time to get, as Truth is distracted, because Truth and Braun did the train spot outside the ring when they run around. They run through everybody, did that. Braun ran JD off. Truth gets back in the ring. Finn takes advantage. Judgment Day gets the ring. They gets the win. They the champions. They should. And like I said, that's pretty much what you expect. The face team to get their moments, but the heel team is going to eventually come out with the win. That's what it was. It worked for what it's supposed to be. The sixth segment of the night, we see Pierce and CM Punk talking in the back. Adam tells CM Punk that he will talk to Drew next week about lifting his suspension, so Drew will be on Raw next week. But Adam tells CM Punk that you have to stay home. And Punk is like, what, man? I've been at home all the time with it. Adam says he understands, but he feels there'll be more, it'll be better, and he'll get more out of Drew McIntyre next week if CM Punk is out of the arena. So CM Punk's not going to be at Raw next week. Drew will be, and Adam is going to see about lifting his suspension. I'm interested to see what happens there. Does Punk stay home or does Punk show up? We will find out next Monday. But Punk agreed to the terms, so as of right now, Punk will not be on Raw next week. The seventh segment of the night, we see Liv and Dominic in the back. Liv is trying to get them on the same page. Dom is telling Liv, like, I just want to beat up my dad. I don't want to team with you, none of that. I just want to beat up my dad. That's the only reason I'm doing this. So then Liv tells Dom that, Dom, you're tense. You need to relax. So she pushes him on the couch to stretch him out. But it's a very, let's say, to say the least, a compromising position because he has one of his legs up and she's stretching him out like this, right? And then you see Damien come around the corner, and then you see the rest of Judgment Day pop their head up. You see the rest of Judgment Day pop their head up. Then Carlito was ready to corner. And David Priest just like, Webpa, what you doing? And then he just tells them, I don't even know what y'all had going on, but Dom, I told you to let this Liv stuff go. It cannot be that hard. Keep that in beat. It cannot be that hard. And then Carlito goes right at Dom's meat. You sure about that? Carlito, this Judgment Day run with Carlito and Judgment Day, his comedic relief is amazing. It has made this return worth it. I'm glad Carlito came back. He adds so much to this. But like I said, so Dom says he's going to handle Liv. He walks off. Finn tells Damien, hey, what's that thing you want to tell us? You said you want to tell us something? But then Damien tells him, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to wait till later on. We're all going to find. I'm going to tell all of y'all. Keep that in mind. We know what's coming. We know what's coming. We know what's coming. But that takes us to the eighth segment of the night, where it's the VCR. It's a VCR tape, the VHS tape. They play it. It's another Bo promo. This was another great one. Bo talks about how his family has been forgotten, and the family he's currently in, they were forgotten, discarded, thrown away, and he brung them in. And like I always tell you, go watch it yourself, because this is art. It's art, man. It's really art. That's why I say go watch it yourself. But I can sum it up. He basically says that, his family's been discarded for guys, and that's why they're with him now. And he ends the promo asking, "Do you think I'm sick?" And then you hear Uncle Howdy's voice, and he says, "Yes." And then Bo says, "Well, let's see how sick we can be." And then it cuts off. Then we see Chad Gable pressing Adam Pearce about like Pierce, do something. The Wires are attacking me every week. They coming after me every week. Do something about it. Then Pierce tells Gable, Gable, do you ever think about why are they going after you? What did you do? Well, I'm trying to. I'm hiring people to do investigations and all that. I'm trying. Gable just tells him to get it under control, and then he asks for a vacation. He runs off. Then Pierce turns around to go in his office, but when Pierce opened his office door, who was sitting in the office already? Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas. His first appearance on screen, not as Uncle Howdy, and I don't know when. He wasn't Uncle Howdy, he was Bo Dallas. Of course, he was appearing in the tapes, but his actual on-screen in presence, this was his first appearance as Bo Dallas in a long time. And Pierce just walked to the office and closed the door. So I don't know what they talked about. I don't know where this is going, but I'm seated. I'm invested. I'm so invested. This is great. This is great, man. Popcorn worthy. Then we get a damage control promo, basically just hyping up the match they got later on. I'm gonna get into that match because surprisingly it was a good match. We're gonna get there. What is it? Fourth match of the night: Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. I love seeing these guys go at it. These are two of my favorite wrestlers. And back in NXT, they was two of the top wrestlers in NXT, and they are two of only 3 men on the active roster to beat Gunther. The other one being Sami Zayn, ironically, who's in this feud. And like I said, I just love seeing these two go at it, man. They two of my favorite wrestlers. It's when I'm watching them, it's kind of like watching John Cena versus like Orton or versus Batista, like 04, 05. Like these greats who aren't great all the way yet. They still their way up. But it's like you get to see them in the early stages bump heads. So it's great. I feel like Ilya and Braun are going to be two of the brightest stars in WWE. They're going to be mainstays. And I really, like I said, I love seeing them go at it. And of course, the match is fire. It was a great match. It was a great match, as always, because we just seen this a couple weeks ago. Ilya versus Braun is going to be a great match. We didn't get a finish, though. We got a finish, but it wasn't like it wasn't a pin or a submission. We get Braun going for the sprinting spear outside the ring. Ilya counters it with a knee. Then he's setting up his own move. He charges at Braun, and Braun grabbed one of the announcer chairs, and he launches it at Ilya. He gets disqualified. He starts beating up Ilya. Sami Zayn comes out, and Braun lays him out. Then Ilya starts to get back in the mix. He lays them out. Lays both of them out. Braun and Ilya out. Braun standing tall again. You know why this is hilarious? Because I had people swear up and down to me that as Money in Bank, Triple H buried Braun Breaker because he lost to Sami Zayn. Come on, people. Let's be smart now. Come on now. That was a match that he needed to lose. It was okay with him losing that match. It goes in story. What did I tell y'all? I know y'all faves be losing. It doesn't mean it's a bad decision. Sometimes the story means more than what you want. It's entertainment. But anyways, back to it. We get a Damian Priest promo, and he says he know that his championship, his win Saturday is tainted or is surrounded in controversy, but Priest made a good point. He said, what championship reign isn't surrounded in controversy? That's true. A lot of championship reigns, you barely see straight, clean wins, especially the lengthy ones. He has a point. Then he calls out Gunther for next week on Raw. On his show, on El Campion's show, he calls out Gunther. I'm looking forward to that, man. I love Damian Priest. He's getting better and better and better and better and better every week, and I'm really enjoying his championship reign. I don't care what nobody says. I'm really enjoying it. Oh yeah, when y'all see me look off to the side like this too, I'm going through my notes for the show I write down. God knows, might say, why you keep doing it? Yeah, I'm going through the notes, trying to make sure I get everything right. And then after that, we get another final Texan promo. Like I said, if you care about this, you care about it. If you don't care about it, there's a million of people who will agree with you and they don't give a shit about it. But I just care about Karrion Kross. That's really it. The Art of Pain, I like the Art of Pain, but if the WWE not gonna do nothing with him like they have for the last 5 years, however long he been in the company, I'm not gonna care about him. Care about Karrion though. I really wish they'd get Karrion something good. But, you know, it was the same thing. Them talking, trying to convert Xavier Woods to leave Kofi Kingston, to leave the New Day. The old guard is what he called him. And he referenced John Cena retirement. So, like I said, well, that's whatever. I just free carrier. Give him something better. Fifth match of the night, Laura Valkyria and Katana Chance and Kayden Carter versus Damage Control. A surprisingly good match. And the reason I say surprisingly good, all these girls can wrestle, but this is back in the Vince era. This would have been what you call a bathroom break match. But no, they gave him a good amount of time, like over 10 minutes, was it? They gave him a lot of time, and they delivered. It was a good match. It was a good match. Damage Control got the win, but this is where it picked up. After the match, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Sonya Deville rush the ring, take out Damage Control. They make a statement. Sonya has been trying to recruit these girls for the last couple weeks, and it seemed like they finally come around. And I'm for this. I'm really for this. Because if you wanted to make me care about Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, if it was anything you want to do to make me care about them, it's add Sonya Deville in the picture. Because now we got a credible function. We got a believable faction. A real credible faction. 3 hard-hitting. I'm sold on that. I'm interested now. Now I'm interested in Shayna and Zoe. Now you bring Sonya Deville back, who's been out of the ring for a long time. This is interesting, man. This is real interesting. And then we get an interview with them back, and they basically put the division on notice. What we did to Damage Control was an example, and it's gonna keep coming. Then we see Alba and Alba on Fire come over, and basically was like, oh, like woo, but they made their example, and I'm looking forward to it. Also in the back of this interview, we seen Chad Gable talking with Diamond Mine again. And when he was talking to Pierce, Chad said, if you don't do nothing, I'm going to do something. I'm going to take it on my own hands. And we seen him talking to Diamond Mine. So we get in that Creed Brothers, Chad Gable union that we've been wanting. We going to get it. We getting it. And I like how they put that in the back of this, because now we got basically two factions. Like, they basically put 2 factions on display at the same time, if you paid attention. That was cool. And then I went on Twitter or X, and this man Shizzle Adonis called Zoe, Shayna, and Sonya Stud Patrol. That was funny. The internet is hilarious. Anyways, the next one we got is we get a Gunther video package similar to the Priest one, just him staking his claim. Next week's gonna be good when he comes back. Next week it's gonna be great when he comes back. So we're gonna get some good fire there. Now, it's main event time. Tag team match, Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega versus Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. We knew this match was going to be for the shenanigans. At one point, Dom wound up falling right into Liv's crotch. At one point, he tried to rip Rey's mask off his face. It was shenanigans all the way through. Good match, though. It didn't take away from the match. It was a good match. Like I said, I done fell in love with Zelina Vega. She's great on the mic. She's even better in the ring. Like I said, just full of shenanigans. And of course, the end was shenanigans. With Liv Morgan throwing a chair in the ring, distracting the ref, and then pushing Rey off the top rope, who was about to suplex Dominic. She pulls Rey off the top rope. Dominic hits a splash. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. After the match, Dom is hyped, and he's so excited he gets overzealous and he hugs Liv. But then Liv hugs him back, and then they topple over. So now Dom's on top of Liv. And he's not pulling away. If anything, Dom's getting closer. Dom's about to kiss Liv Morgan. Oh my God, what's happening? And they get nose to nose. And then as soon as they get nose to nose, all you hear is, "This is my brutality!" Yes, sir. Mommy's home. Mommy's home. Dominic, Mommy's home. Rhea Ripley is back. Rhea comes out stone face. Rhea, she's on that timing. Liv run her ass out the ring, out the stadium damn near. She hauls ass. Rhea gets back in the ring and like, Dom, what the hell are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? He's trying to save face. He going for the hug. Rhea pushes that bozo off of her. You can tell I'm biased, yes. I'm Rhea Ripley's #1 fan in D-World. D-World. Basketball is LeBron. Music is Juice WRLD. And X. Music is Juice WRLD and X. Basketball, my favorite player is LeBron. In wrestling, my favorite female wrestler is Rhea Ripley. Mommy's back. Big return. That's what the return that was being teased all night. That was the return that was being teased all night. Like I said, I wasn't gonna say this person's name in the video. Damien was teasing Rhea's return all night with the phone call, with the secret he had to tell the Judgment Day. It was being hinted all night, and I knew it was gonna happen, and it happened. Mommy's back. I'm excited as hell because now we about to get this build up to SummerSlam. Rhea versus Liv at SummerSlam, and one or two things is gonna happen, if not both. At some point, Dom is gonna turn his back on Rhea. I know that's coming. Because Liv Morgan has been poisoned his mind. That's the angle they're going to go. But also, Finn Balor is, at some point, the Judgment Day is about to implode. And the only person that's going to be on Rhea's side is Damian Priest, the Terror Twins. They was the first two when Edge started it back then. They're going to be the last two when it implodes on itself. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to this Finn versus Damian feud. I'm damn sure looking forward to whatever Rhea do. I'm excited as hell. Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw, and it's never been more true than right now. Man, I'm excited as hell, man. That was the show, though, man. That was the Monday Night Raw that we received today. Great show. Big return. Big return. I was waiting for it ever since I heard the phone call with Damien. Big return for Rhea Ripley. Good storyline boost. Like, storylines progressed. It was a Monday Night Raw, people. It was a Monday Night Raw. Great one. I can't wait for NXT tomorrow, too, because NXT Heat Wave was a heater. I definitely can't wait for NXT tomorrow. Might do a run. Might do my first ever NXT rundown. We're going to see. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the night. Like always, I appreciate y'all for being here. I appreciate your support. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's your boy, Moto Mod, and I am Audi 3000. Deuces. Love and prosperity.